As I've grown older, I've realized that the most valuable skill I've gained in school is the ability to put my life in perspective, to zoom out and see where I stand in the context of history and the global community. Sometimes I think of my life as a puzzle piece and the world as a puzzle with billions of pieces. Alone, I do not amount to much, but if I can connect with others, I can achieve a more holistic view of my own life. I live more gratefully and as a better person to those around me when I internalize what a small mark my life is making in a comprehensive view of the world. In June of 2022, I traveled with a group of classmates to London, Normandy, and Paris to visit sites from the Second World War. This trip has always been a dream of mine because of my interest in history and the amount of time I have spent studying World War II in various history classes. With 7 other students and 2 teachers, I was able to visit the Churchill War Rooms, the Imperial War Museum, and Omaha Beach, among other incredible sites and museums. The most impactful memory that I took home with me was not necessarily the specific battle tactics or the unbelievable logistical efforts of the war, even though those were captivating. What struck me the most were the individual stories of the soldiers. Going into the Normandy Museum and seeing personal items that Allied soldiers carried with them through Europe, like wristwatches, pocketbooks, and small photos of loved ones, made these stories come to life for me. As I stood on Omaha Beach with the same sand beneath me as the American soldiers on D-Day, I felt something my textbook could never convey: humility. I felt great sadness and tremendous gratitude for what happened on June 6, 1944, but those emotions had previously been communicated to me, although to a lesser extent through casualty statistics. Humility superseded the sadness and gratitude, maybe because it was unexpected, but probably because my worldview had been expanded. I saw my life snap into the context of the world story, and I felt the smallest I ever have when I was standing on that tranquil beach. The horizon was no longer painted black by ships, and the sand was no longer stained red, but the emotions extracted from the scene were unalterable. I found on the beach that day something to take home with me that I sincerely believed in: the power of humility. Compared to the history of the world, our lives might seem inconsequential, but that does not mean we should give everything a passive effort. I believe in making an active effort to practice humility in my own life by putting others before myself. I try to take time every day to recognize the people around me who make my life and my experiences possible. The women at the front desk, the grounds crew, the security guards, my teammates, and my teachers. I enjoy spending time talking to all of them because I know that our community would not be possible without all of us working for each other. By embracing one another, rather than being only acquaintances, we make the connections in our puzzle stronger and begin to find purpose and meaning together. Remembering that I am just one piece of that puzzle allows me to join together with the people around me and give my life consequence.